It's me, Kristen from happilyeverus.com, and today I'm going to talk you through a cheat or a hack to turning a ratty old paperback into a nice hardcover leather-bound book. This was a learning process for me. I bought a full set of the Lord of the Rings from eBay, and I think I spent about $5 or $6 total, including shipping. They were paperback, ratty. The spines were taped together. I really wish I would have taken before pictures, but I'm terrible at before pictures apparently. So because this series is so near and dear to my heart, I decided to do something drastic, and it was so cheap. It didn't matter if I ruined it. So this was my learning process. So you guys need some kind of paperback that you don't mind ruining, just in case. You also need cardboard of some sort. I got this from the post office. I really love it because it's pretty durable. It's meant to stand up against rain or shine, and it was free. This leather jacket, you will need one of these. I got this from the thrift store for $7, and it was a 2XL. So I had a lot of leather to cover all 4 books in the series. It's pretty exciting. A ruler, very important, pencil, pen, box cutter, scissors. These are all pretty standard. You need something to hold the book cover tight with while the glue dries. I used clothespins. You can use hair clips, bobby pins, whatever you have to just hold it shut while it dries. The glue that I used was Tulip. This is actually, it says applique bond, but it's felt glue. That's the section that I bought it in. The inside of leather is very soft and has a lot of fibers, so I found that regular glue like Mod Podge didn't stick so well. Some optional things, a hot glue gun. I used this just to stick the cardboard onto the book, and it dries really quickly, and that's why I prefer it. If you don't have it, it's not the end of the world. I also had these Armor All leather wipes, which were really wonderful. After I drew my designs in them, I still had some ink on the leather, and the Armor All leather wipes gets the ink off or lets you reset from drying. Really wonderful. Conditions the leather, makes it nice and supple for pulling. Lastly, you need some way to design or work with the leather. So there are a lot of different things that you can do with leather. You can paint it, which may not last forever. I'm not sure. You can burn it. There's a lot of like burning tools for leather. You can stamp it with pre-designed metal stamps, or you can kind of carve into it. So we had this Dremel tool, which I think is pretty cheap. I'm not sure, but we had it, so I used it. And it has this fantastic, like, tiny little file tip, and they had several different ones. I don't know if you can even see that I was able to use to carve into the leather. And after I carved into it, I painted it with this gold oil paint pen. You can get this from like Michael's or Joann's or something, and I've had this one for years. I have used it for so many projects. It is definitely worth whatever I spent on it like 5 years ago. This is also optional. I chose to do it because I think that it made my pattern really pop. And that is it. I promise that if I can do this, you can do this, because I went through trial and error and definitely messed some things up to get to this point, and my last one came out perfect. So easy. Let's get started. Right, to start, you need your cardboard, ruler, scissors, and box cutter. Begin by measuring your book to get the right sizes for the cardboard. The length can stay the same, but for the width, I would take off at about 1/8 of an inch for the creases of the book, so the book can open. Measure and cut your cardboard. Check to make sure that they're the right sizes. And stick them on with a couple dots of hot glue. Now we're going to measure and cut the leather. When cutting the leather, you want it to cover the full surface of the book. Leave about 1/2 inch of leather extra on each side. When your leather is cut, glue it on with the felt glue. Used a piece of cardboard here to spread the glue evenly over the surface. Stretch the leather tight and let it sit to dry. Once it's dry, you're ready to work on your design. I scored lines in my design with pencil and drew the actual design with pen. Once I finished drawing my design, I carved it in with the Dremel tool. Now that I've finished with my design, I'm going to wipe it all off with the leather wipes. This conditions the leather and also removes all the ink and pencil marks. Once I've done that, I painted the design with the gold pen. Now that your design is finished and dry, we're going to trim up the edges around the book. So go around all the corners and cut a diagonal. Be careful not to cut off the corner of the book. For the spine, I cut out small triangles with the box cutter and scissors. Now, starting with the spine, separate the cardboard slightly from the book and push the leather in between the cardboard and the book. Make sure that it fits. Then apply the glue. Separate the cardboard from the book. Push the leather in and use a credit card or a business card to make sure it's really in there. Same thing for the edges. Separate the book from the cardboard. Glue the leather onto the cardboard and clip it down with clothespins. Leave it to dry. When it's finished drying, apply the glue to the leather and the book. And leave it with clothespins to dry. And that's it. You now have a leather-bound book.